to Real Life with Lindsay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just filmed a what I got for Erin Condren this year, so go check that out. I also filmed a flip through of this monster 18-month horizontal colorful layers with a black coil, and a separate video that's a separate video because I use that one for personal. But today, right now, we're gonna be talking about this guy right here. This is a Flower Power 12-month July 2020 to June 2021 vertical Erin Condren Life Planner. Where's my sticky so I can flip this? Okay, we're not gonna have a sticky. All right, so this is what it looks like on the front. We're covering up my name, my last name. So I got the Flower Power, but I customized it to have a black background instead of a white background, and I absolutely love it. It doesn't affect the font too much. It's a little hard to read, but it is outlined in like a teal turquoise, so you can still read it. I absolutely love this. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you how I use it for teaching. So for reference, the sticky was on the inside of my sticky was on the inside of my planner. So there you go, that helps. See, isn't it pretty? I just think that is just the most gorgeous. I think I did a really good job, if I do say so myself. I love a black background floral though. Anyway, so for reference, I am a secondary school teacher. I teach middle school, I teach English, and it can be pretty redundant when you're teaching the same thing every day and there's no all day and there's no. That's always been a big pet peeve of mine for the Erin Condren teacher planner, but I understand why they don't make a secondary planner, because you can make this guy work for you so much with the teacher planner, as a teacher planner. So when you open it up, the first thing that you see is the beautiful Flower Power vellum, if it wants to focus. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so that being said, how do I use this booger for teaching? I'm going to show you. So the first thing that I do when I set this up, and I haven't set it up yet, and I'm not going to just yet because I'm getting a replacement. That's explained in my Erin Condren what I got this year post. So what I do is I take the transparent dots, and I saw this from Happily Housewife, and I think she saw it from Gender 4, and I just color code like breaks, testing, half days, end of the 6 weeks, beginning of the 6 weeks, all of those things, and I color code this whole layout so I have something to flip through to. This page, okay, motorcycle, sorry. This page, last year I used it into what TEKS, which are our state standards, we are going to cover every 6 weeks. I'm not going to do that this year. What I am going to do, I think, and I did it because we have 6 weeks and I teach ELA and literature. They're two separate classes for me. So I had ELA on the side and literature on the side. I'm going to leave this blank this year and kind of let this one figure itself out organically. Yeah. So I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to use this one yet. And then I honestly may use this because I'm a club sponsor. I may use this as my club sponsor page, like events that are coming up, brainstorming, things like that. That's honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I just had that idea, but this may be my club page. I'm so sorry that my dog is so loud. Okay, so the next thing, okay, you have your notes page when you first flip to it, which thank goodness they don't flip to that stupid dashboard. Not stupid dashboard, it's a great dashboard. I just don't like it flipping straight to the dashboard. This I did not use last year, but I am going to use this year as a communication log. And so anytime I email parents or call parents or anything like that, anything important, I'm going to write down here because I track all of my professional development and faculty meeting notes in this guy. And I ordered a new one of these this year, and it just says my name and the school year. Now for my monthly view, okay, I am weird in that I don't write my lesson plans in here. This is not my lesson planner. Like, I do not use it as a lesson planner. What I use it for is meetings. I use it for, actually I can tell you because I have it right here. So, I'm trying to see if there's anything on here. See, I uncoiled mine right before the pandemic hit, so there's really nothing to show because I had the next few months. Basically, I use the monthly spread for any meetings, any school events, breaks, things like that. My tutorial schedule, I don't use it like end of the 6 weeks when grades are due. I use that, but I don't use it for like content planning. All of my content planning is in a separate binder system that that's a whole other video in itself, and that will be on my teaching channel. It will not be on this channel. But I plan completely separate from my planner. And I know that sounds really weird, but this is just like my day-to-day brain organizer. So meetings, events, breaks, grading schedules, deadlines, all of that goes in the monthly layout. Then the weekly, I will show you a page from last year. Actually, before we get in the weekly, I'm going to show you how I plan on using the monthly dashboard page. Now, before on the monthly dashboard page, it said birthdays and monthly goals, and that just threw me off. This year, they took that out, thank goodness. And so I photocopied and then whited out like what it's not going to have anymore, so that I had an idea. And so, ignore the mess. So what I'm going to use this for is a communication log, not a detailed one like the notes page, just like student initials, what class period, what day. And then I can go and I can find that on the notes page that I talked about earlier. I just hit myself in the face with paper. I'm going to try and do 4 random acts of kindness for our staff every month. And so what were those random acts, okay? Because I always tell my kids, be the change you wish to see in the world. Well, I need to practice what I preach. So what are my random acts? My student birthdays, I want to get better about this. In secondary, we really don't celebrate them as much. So I'm going to put my student birthdays. What birthdays do I have coming up this month? And then lastly, we have what are called district common assessments, and I'm going to track how they're doing with these. How, you know, last year I taught honors and I taught on level. And so how did they do last 6 weeks? How did they do this 6 weeks? And just put them all together and kind of see how we're doing as like a tracker to see any growth so we can celebrate it, see some areas of improvement. And I even have that over to the side, some focus areas that we need. So that's how I plan on using my monthly dashboard. Now, my weekly. So this is really messy, but this is how I use my planner. So I'm gonna get some stickers that say this, but basically this top row, I use all for before school. What are some things that I need to get done before my school day starts? Whether they're emails, whether they're prepping my room for testing, or ordering club shirts or something. That all is before, like what do I need before school? So in this top row, Monday through Friday is titled before school, okay? Now the middle row is my conference period, and it just so happened that my conference period this last school year was 5th period, which was right after lunch, so it literally was in the middle of the day, so it worked out perfect. But this row, this middle row, is all what I need to get done in my conference period, like copies, phone calls, emails, grades, whatever I need to do, it goes in this middle column, okay? The last column is anything I want to get done after school, and then I also mark when I stay late 2 days a week. Every other day I try to leave by 4. Our contract time is 3:45, so every other day I try to leave by 4. Then 2 days a week I'll stay until 5. It just works better for me that way. I like to work from home. I have an office. It just works. So what do I need to do before I can leave? And so you can see that on Tuesday I have one thing, whereas on Mondays and Wednesdays I have tons of things. So it just works out that way for me. so what do I need to do after school? It goes in that last column. Over here, I ordered these notes stickers from Planner Kate, and I just put any notes that I need to keep in mind throughout the week. I'm sure you're like, okay, but what about Saturday and Sunday? That's exactly what was my thought when I first started doing this, and then it hit me. And so I fibbed y'all. This is usually my goals of what I want to, this is my goals of usually what I want to get done this week. I had notes that week, but typically it's my goals, because when I said that, I was like, that's not right. So typically I keep my goals. These are the goal stickers from Planner Kate, and I usually keep those right here under the month. And then I white out Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, so I white out Saturday and Sunday, and I put these Planner Kate stickers that say notes and next week. So what are some things I need to keep in mind or pop up throughout the week? Go in the notes column. And then for next week, what do I need to do to prep to get ready for next week? Those are these two columns. And that's how I use it. Underneath here, on these columns, oh my gosh, it's not focusing, there it goes. Right here, this is where I track if we have jeans days. I also plan on my work outfits there. I also put if there's anything like this day was professional development. So I'll put professional development at the top, or if there's something I need to be aware of all day, like schedules up at the top, I'll put that note up there. And that's pretty much it. That's how I use it. And every day is just a running to-do list of everything I need to do. And so it really helps me be accountable and get things done in a timely manner, and it helps me stay on track of things. The notes pages in the back, honestly, I did not use the notes pages in the back last year. I want to get better about it. I don't know how I'm going to get better about it, but I do. I have thought about is going ahead and making like each page as 6 weeks, and then like make it a grid log almost of like assignments here or down here, and then how many missing I have and who's missing them. And that way I have an idea of my like repeat offenders. I don't know, I've thought about a lot of things. I've also thought about classroom, like keeping a running list of ideas for my next year's classroom. I've also thought about a running list of next 6 weeks ideas, like next ideas, like curriculum, like activity ideas. So yeah, that's pretty much how I use my planner. I don't use it for content. I don't use it for curriculum. I just use it for dates, events, meetings, contract, communication log, that sort of thing. Because that's all you really need in secondary. The curriculum and stuff, you're not planning multiple subjects. I'm unique that I plan 2 subjects. But that's about it. That's how I use my vertical life planner for teaching, and I am so excited to set this up for this year. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer them. But typically between my notebook and my planner, these 2 go with me to every single meeting, and I'm good, and I don't really miss things or anything like that. So if you have any questions, let me know, but otherwise I will see you next time. Bye.